Good morning, everyone. Today, February 28, 2023. So we can see like Dow Jones, Nasdaq, and S&P 500 moving around a little bit this morning. We're seeing pretty good so far. All the stock is going up for at least till now, but let's see what's going on when the markets open. It's 8:30 Central Time, and they want to close for the option is like 3, but 7 p.m. Central Time is pretty much everything closed. So anyway, today we can see kind of mixed match a little bit, but the greens more for like pre-market opening. So they say Dow Jones rally like 300 points, after a lot of good news from the EV car. And especially today is NG stay on the top list, 73% gain and 26% is low. So the utility is the most highest one, like because of winter time, like pretty high on the red side and like that's lowest on the green side. So by the way, as right now we can see a lot of sector like financial, healthcare, real estate, consumer established, consumer communication service, consumer directionary, and information technology and material industrial. Though is gain of like but not more than 70%. So we can see on here the top one is FSR is over 30%, and AMC come back today is going to be more than $7 already. And right now AMC start to going back more than $10 very soon. Is supposed to be, with my guess, is going to be like middle of spring, like or the latest one around April or May is the best time for its coming back. It's a good time for everything start to come back. So we can tell on here. By the way, you saw KOS, and with the trending stock is, everyone can tell is Tesla still stay on the top, and TGT, CVS, NVDA, and Apple, Zoom, Amazon, AMD, Meta, Baba, and DLA. That's for Delta. So they were pretty good, like $1 billion company, at least like 10 more $1 billion, like $2 trillion. For like Apple, Microsoft is like $1 trillion company, but we don't see any. I don't see any Microsoft on here, but Amazon and Apple is like pretty big and giant one. So those trending is pretty good. If you don't want to, you don't know, or you don't trust another company, you can do the $1 trillion company like Apple, Amazon, Tesla. Some people tell me like Tesla just like 600 some. Like it's not $1 trillion yet. So, yeah, they do. They make like 4,000 car in for a week. Yeah, for Tesla Model Y. That's think about that. 60-some thousand dollars for Tesla Model Y, and they make 4,000 of them. That means they sell over $250 million in a week. Yeah, think about that. They sold over what? $1 billion in a month, and 10 months, 12 months, $12 billion. We not deduct anything yet, but just on the that's analyzed number. Like after that, we minus the material, labor, space, and utility. All the costs, they still make. Like over 70% of them. That's why the factory, like vehicle factory, call. And a lot of news you can pass on that, and you can see, the king of the EV car still pretty good. Some people say we got a lot of fancy one like BMW, Lexus, and even though like a lot of German company, like a lot of England company, like Lucix, and there one car that costs like over $100,000. Like think about that. How many people have money to buy those? So that's the problem. Because like too expensive. Think about that. How many cars they can sell in a month or in a years? Even though they just make like 10,000 car, how many of them they can sell in a years for the whole world? Yeah, it's pretty hard to sell because they're pretty expensive, and the way they're expensive, the outcome like buyer is pretty. Yeah, like in the future, Tesla going to be make a car like cost like $25,000, and they include the self driving stuff like. But by the time a lot of people depend on the self driving stuff like that. You drive a car, not the car drive you. Like I've been reading a lot of news on there, and people like suing Tesla because they self driving caused some accident. What do you do on the car? You jump to the car and just sit there or what? I would just come back with the ETFs, ETF family. So SP1 QQs is going to be over 400 again. But by the way, just keep set them up and buy like 395, 390, and QQ 290, 287, 285. Yeah, it's pretty good. So anyway, a lot of them, and today the cheapest one is going to be EFA, $69 on this page. Like 69.8, you can see about 69, around 69.5 to be okay. Remember, ETF we have to hold them in a week for 1 week trade. Pretty good profits, pretty good enough. So Dow Jones, we can see right now is adds up like 60 points. Nasdaq adds up 12 points, and SP 500 adds up like 6 or 7 points. And we are going to be in the option area. So AMC, a lot of people do the put for May, but I'm going to do the call later in around June or July. So by the way, SLB is good. I can get a Tesla call. That's pretty good so far because they got pretty good deal again. And Elon Musk say on it's going to be back on the list. It's be a richest people on the list. The richest one on the world. So by the way, with the option, please keep them alive 3 to 6 months far away. Do not do less more than 3 months. This is a serious concern. So with the currency page, like US dollar comparison, like right, compared with another country's cost. So we can tell on here like we get like 6 loss, like 6 red and 3 green. That's concern is US dollar drop. When the US dollar drop is pretty good for the currency. So this page kind of like tell us the trending, like Tesla, Apple, okay, and iLac is still on the trending, but Tesla, Apple is the best one. We don't know like even though they gain 113%, but the price like $2.80. It was like just $1, and it's a little risk to jump over that. But rather buy CVS, Apple, or Tesla, or Delta. Aviation company is people use it every day. People have to fly every day, and Tesla is going to be one of the best. aviation in America has been, I've been using Tesla for a long time and never have any trouble with that. Compared with another company, is got a lot of problems. So, pretty good map looking. Thank you very much. Have